Howdy folks, and welcome back to my World of Tanks replays with the mighty Jingles. It's more replay roundups from the replay contest. You know the drill by now, I don't need to waste your time with a lengthy introduction. 5 games for you, 1 light tank, 1 medium, 1 heavy, 1 tank destroyer, 1 artillery. Great games, all of them. Didn't make the shortlists. So, you know what to expect. No more time wasting, let's get on with the replays. So we're going to get the ball rolling here with Squidovic in his M18 Hellcat, Tier 6 tank destroyer in a Tier 7 game on Muravanka. And it's a standard battle, none of that encounter rubbish. Now let's see what this little thing can do. I do have a soft spot for the Hellcat, but you see a lot of stupid Hellcat drivers. They take one look at the top speed of this thing, 72 kph. It's fast. And they just go tearing off across the battlefield. They think they're driving a T50-2. And tearing off across the battlefield in an M18 Hellcat basically just means you're the first one to die. Unless you're exceptionally lucky, or the enemy team are exceptionally stupid. So that is not a fantastic start. He's taken 2 hits. Look at this. Alright, he's hit that T43, he's taken 2 hits, he's now on 25% health. And one of our Tier 7 heavies is driving around killing our artillery. So we lost one of our artillery already to friendly fire from some dickhead in an IS. So how much worse can this game get? Did you see that tracer? Artillery's back there. KV3. Yep, front of the turret of a KV3, difficult target. First shot missed. Second one. I'd have been surprised if that had penetrated, to be completely honest. T25/2. Good hit. And Sherman Jumbo finishes him off. But there's a lot of tanks, and there's artillery. That's exactly what I was expecting. A lot of tanks sitting in the bare arse open ground on top of this hill. And I know there's artillery at the top of that road. But Squidovic, and he was really unlucky with that shot. Spotted some opportunity targets here. They've broken cover from the woods and are in the middle of the town. So there's a T29, a Sherman Jumbo. That's the shot. Side of the turret, a T29. Such an inviting target. Hello, Sherman Jumbo. That one probably hit, even though the T29 dropped out of her view range. And the flank of a Jumbo is a really, really juicy target as well. Jumbos are very, very hard to kill from the front, especially in this sort of tier of a game. Unless you're close enough or you're accurate enough to hit the weak spots. You're generally better off trying to get around them. Look at these scores. We're losing 2-7. Well, Squidovic's going to see what he can do about that. And bear in mind, he's been on 25% health since the start of the game. Oh, we've got a Panzer 4 on fire. And he's dead as well. Now we're losing 3-8. Now the southeastern end of the map is looking very, very, very vulnerable. And yep, there they are. 2 tank destroyers. A Slugger and a Stug 3. Okay, make that a Slugger. Oh, good shot into the KV-1S. Squidovic's gun barrel must be red hot, because he just hasn't stopped shooting. Oh, and there's another one. There's that T29 again. And it looks like the friendly T29 there has got a good solid hit into him. Can we finish him off? Oh no, need to be careful. Don't want to get a friendly fire here. Hit there. And our T-29 looks like he's stock. SU-100M, what is he doing down there? I mean, what good is he doing to the team? Tier 7 tank destroyer. And he can't even take out a Sherman Jumbo, and he's hiding with the artillery. But, hey, you know, if you need a job doing properly, do it yourself. So Squidovic gets the kill. And then artillery kills the SU-100M1. But the guy was about as much use as tits on a fish in the first place, so it's no great loss. Now this isn't looking good. Oh, enemy Hellcat. And he's gotten into cover. That T-29 is basically scouting, and he's a stock T-29. He's holding he's basically anchoring the defence in the centre of the town, and Squidovic is using him as a scout. 5 kills. Bear in mind, he's gotten all of these kills while being on 25% health from the first 2 hits he took. That's a big old hit there as well. They all keep coming around trying to get this T-29, and Squidovic is basically using him as bait. Another good hit on that T-34-85. And then the T-29 finishes him off. And now there's just the enemy artillery, but T-29 takes a hit. Looks like artillery splash damage. And now is the time to start using the Hellcat's superior speed to your advantage. Credit to the T-29 driver, he's going for it as well, even though he's only got about 200-300 health left. But that's more than Squidovic's had for the majority of the game. The T-29 at least has some armour. So, where's that Hummel? Uh-oh, there's the priest. Oh, T-29 hits him but doesn't kill him. No, come on. Bounced. Are you kidding me? T-29 is dead. He's got to be... The Hummel's got to be zeroing in on him. No, he survives. So far, anyway. And there, he's found the Hummel. Oh, and he found him the hard way. Now the question is, can Squidovic nail that Hummel before he loses contact? No, he can't. Squidovic is down to his last armour-piercing shot. Although, to be completely fair, the 5 high explosive shells that he has should be enough to deal with this Hummel. Now the question here is, well, 2 questions. How competent is our artillery? And Dudley there, in his tier 5 arty, to be fair, has played a pretty good game. But the more important question, how sneaky is that Hummel driver? And you really don't want to be driving through woods like this, trying to find artillery when you're in a Hellcat and you only have 138 health. But Squidovic isn't stupid. He's ducking and diving, he's dodging and weaving. But what's that Hummel driver doing? What would you be doing if you were that Hummel driver in this game? He's making a beeline for friendly artillery. He's heading for the cap. So what's friendly arty going to do here? Come on, M41. Gentlemen, defend yourselves. Oh, good shot, but not quite good enough. Luckily, high explosive from the rear. More than good enough to deal with Hummel. So, not a bad result. Top Gun in a badly damaged M18 Hellcat in a game that they were losing by about 7 kills before Squidovich here even got his first killing blow in. Fantastic game. Not quite good enough to make it on the shortlist, however. Next, medium tank time, and it's I Hate Leeches, yes, that is his name, in his T-44, in a Tier 8 game on Airfield. Haven't seen many T-44 submissions. Yeah, very few T-44 submissions, in fact, so far. And, you know, I barely looked through a fifth of the submissions. But, you know, well, obviously this was a good one. I wouldn't be showing it to you. And, you know, it's not a bad tank, T-44. It's very manoeuvrable. The frontal armour, you know, with the changes to the sloped armour normalisation in patch 8, the front of the T-44 became as bouncy as the front of a Type 59. And that's not bad. I may have to buy my T-44 back once I farm some more credits. Because it's quick, it's manoeuvrable, and it's everything I like about medium tanks. And a couple of patches back it did get a new 100mm gun to replace the D10T, which was just awful. This LB1 gun is a cut down version of one of the guns that you get on the T-54. Not a bad gun. Now coming over the top here on Airfield can be a bit of a double-edged sword, but I Hate Leeches is, you know, he's not actually attacking over the top here without knowing what's on the other side. He's willing to take a shot into that T20, but then you've got to back up. Now there's 2 artillery in play, but they're only Tier 5 and Tier 4. Well, I say only Tier 5. Whoa, KV-1S. Okay, now the Tier 5 can cause problems. The Tier 4 isn't that much of a threat. But you've got to bear in mind what's going on the rest of the map. And that big old cluster of friendly tanks just down there is probably a much more inviting target for artillery than we are up here, so we should be relatively safe. But now, is that the same KV-1S or a different one? He's just been okay, he's just been hit by an SU-152. I Hate Leeches puts him on fire, bounces a shot from the T-20, shoots him in the ass and finishes him off, and just misses getting hit by a T-28 prototype. So we're going to have to be careful here. An IS-3 over there too, 4502A. Oh, that would have been a good shot at the 4502A. He had his flank on to us, but he turns. And this LB1 gun isn't bad, but it's unlikely to penetrate a 4502A from the front at that range. Certainly not if the shot keeps going high and hitting his upper glacis like that one did. And there's that T-28 prototype. Now, it's hard to tell what gun he has from this range, but it looks like the intermediate 105mm, which isn't too bad, but can still hurt us from the side. Oh, and he actually did some damage to that 4502A, making me eat my words there. But it looks like all he's doing is blowing his tracks off. However, with the amount of guns that are shooting at that 4502A, that could be all we need to do. And some damage. That looked like it went into his turret ring. But you can see the inaccuracy of this gun at range. Very few of the shots are going anywhere near where the aiming reticle actually is. Well, that one did. Fortunately, it didn't penetrate anyway. See where the next shot goes. Yeah, making me look stupid again. As soon as I mention it, every shot he fires goes right where he aims it. Typical. But now he's turned his flank on. And just as luck would have it, as soon as he gets the perfect shot, it misses. That's more like it. And now he's pointing his gun at us, so... And our arse is... Oh, no. So no matter which way we go around this rock, we've either got a T-28 prototype or a 4502A shooting at us. And a T-20. Luckily, artillery hasn't been interested in taking shots at us. Alright. There goes an M5. Ay, ow. MLE 46. Just killed our loader. No idea where this guy's shooting from. But that M5's managed to blow his own tracks off. Jumping off that cliff. Can we finish him off? Probably. Oh yeah. Now we've lost sight of that T-28 prototype, but he's still in play. Oh, and there's a flak shot, an IS-3. Penetrated. Didn't do any damage. And artillery puts one into him, and then the T-32 finishes him off. And now the T-20 isn't looking at us, so we'll take advantage of that. Put one through his turret. Artillery shifted its fire to the 4502A. Alright, now we can get down off this ridge and start taking the fight to the enemy. There's the T-28 prototype. He was obviously getting shelled by somebody in his moved position. Probably going to take a hit here, but that's manageable. And we kill the T-20, so 3 kills. And the team is winning, but not by that much. Oh, 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 look at that bounce. And get around him, wait, save your shot, now. Oh, oh, cheeky. And he finds the enemy M41 the hard way. So he's lost his commander. But he gets his revenge. And of course he's already used his repair kit to get his loader back up. 5 kills. Notice he didn't jerk the trigger when he came around the corner into that T-28 prototype. And just bounce harmlessly off his frontal armour. He got around him. Always be flanking. That's the mantra that should be going through your head when you're driving a fast medium tank like the T-44. Always be flanking. And there's that MLE 46 that put that shot into him earlier. Let's see if we can get some revenge. Oh, that'll do for a start. There's a KV-4 and a Tiger P in play here, and watch this. And break contact, and finish him off. That could have been dangerous. SU-100 comes sniffing for a kill, too late. So he gets himself into cover because there's still a Tiger P and a KV-4 running around there somewhere. And the Tiger P at least was over by the aircraft hangars. So what the team are doing now is basically they don't know where the enemy tanks are. But one way to find out where the enemy tanks are is to make them come to you. And the best way to do that is by capping. Here we are, come and get us. The 3 tanks in the cap circle. This is going to be over. Tiger P and a KV-4, not the fastest tanks in the game. And there you go. Victory. Enemy base captured. 6 kills in the T-44. Not a bad result. Pretty decent game. Not good enough to make the medium tank shortlist, unfortunately. Sorry, I hate leeches. Well played, but not well enough. Heavy tanks, and it's the IS. Actually, it's an IS platoon. It's Professor Doom in his IS Tier 7 Russian heavy tank, and his friend Enemy DK in his IS Tier 7 Russian heavy tank. Himmelsdorf. Straightforward standard battle on Himmelsdorf. IS, top tier. It's Tier 7 maximum game. This should be fun. Let's see what happens.
Let's get this show on the road.
So where are they going to go first? Now there's the traditional down the 8 line there, which is where the heavy tanks usually like to go to brawl it out with each other, and the bigger tank destroyers. But the IS is fairly quick for a heavy tank. Can do 34 kph. Yeah, it isn't spectacular, but it's not bad. It looks like they're going to go for the hill. Now this is a risky move. Because if you look at the map, the only person guarding that corner and the 8-line road against, so far, 2 enemy heavy tanks is one of our light tanks. And he's a French light tank, which means he can't defend that corner forever. So the guy's going up the top of this hill, and it's really disappointing seeing a tank like a KV-3 lumbering up the hill here. The KV-3 really is the ideal tank on the team to be backstopping that 8-line road. So the guys going up this hill had better get their asses in gear, kill whatever's up here, and get down the other side fast. But there's enough of them coming up here, and they're big enough tanks that shouldn't be a problem. And these mediums, these enemy mediums are probably thinking, oh my god, what the hell? But you know, there's an enemy IS up there as well, so this should be interesting. 3001P is the first victim, and here comes the IS platoon. Now, much faster reload on this gun than the KV-1S has. Oh, that was a lot of damage to that Sherman. But we took 200 in return from the T-34-85. And another good old hit from the Sherman, but with his tracks blown off and his flank exposed like that, he's doomed. So there's the first kill. And now this IS is in big trouble, but they can't afford to hang around up here. Unbelievably, that AMX-12T is still holding that corner. Now artillery's getting involved. Artillery just knocked out our observation ports. T-34-85 jumps off the cliff. Did you see that? T-34-85 jumps over the hole in the wall, off the cliff to try to escape. And then our artillery finishes him off. And now here's a Tiger who's far too late to do anything here, and he's a stock Tiger as well, and he's just bounced off the front of the IS. Although, you know, what goes around comes around. 2 ISs just blitzed into him, and they both bounced off him too. His second shot, he's fighting a delaying action here, blows our tracks off, backing up, desperately trying to get out of the way, but our platoon mate's gotten around behind him, and we're about to reload. Yeah, he's screwed. Totally screwed. He's going to go for the ram. I think he is. There you go. There's kill number 2. And you know what? Credit where credit's due here. And we finally got a heavy tank down onto the 8-line road, but that AMX-12T has held that corner like a boss. And he's finally got some support. There's a Tiger going down there as well. And we're about to make a heavy tank sandwich. BDR around that corner. He's going to have to dive first. Oh, and his tracks have been blown off. And enemy DK gets him. Which means that we're fully loaded when we come up behind this IS. Back in the turret. Go on. Go on. Yeah, good shot. Oh, and he's so screwed. So it was a risky plan. That 12T played like a boss there, holding that corner off. Yeah, it was a risky plan, but it paid off. Remember, if it's stupid but it works, it ain't stupid. Oh, I hope that's not going to... No, the Chaffee got away. And enemy DK finishes off the Easy 8. Yeah, I was a little worried there. Coming up behind that Chaffee was going to block off his retreat, and he was going to get him killed by that Sherman Easy 8. But no, we gave him enough space. He made it out. And now we pretty much know where everybody else on the enemy team is. Yep, we've got them all spotted. And it's just a question of mopping them up. So a risky plan there, going for the hill with all those heavies, but it paid off in this case. If you're going to do it, you have to do it. You can't afford to pussy around on top of the hill, peeking around the corners and just not risking getting hit. You have to charge, because you're leaving your... that's where the majority of the strength of your team is. But, you know, that's exactly what they did. Oh, hello, Mr. KV1. Oh, in front and behind. There's kill number 3. So between them, the platoon have 6 kills. It's half of the team's score, and all they have left now... There's a tiger sculling around there somewhere. No idea where he is. But with 6 enemy tanks, 3 of them tier 7 heavies, how interested would you be in coming back to defend the cap? Well, you know, I'll tell you what, fair play to this tiger driver. He's having a go. He's not taking no for an answer, unfortunately. That just makes an easy bait. 4 kills each, 8 kills between the platoon. Not bad at all. Not good enough for the winning shortlist, though. Well, light tanks, and it's I Hate Leeches again in his Panzer II Lux. The Scrappy-Doo tank. God, I love this little thing. So here we go. Ready, Scrappy? Ready, Scooby? Gentlemen, start your engines. Now, he's got exactly the right gun for this match, in my opinion. He's got that autocannon, and it's a tier 3 maximum game. And unlike the Leopard, the Lux at tier 3 gets into this sort of game quite often. And you can have so much fun with this tank in a tier 3 maximum game. Oh, a BT2. Just look at his health bar evaporate. The BT2's got a dangerous gun. His turret doesn't turn that quickly. And he got such a fast reload on this autoloader. Screw it. Ram him. Ramming speed. Next. Hello, Mr. Marder. Go on, have some. Have it. You will respect my authority. Come on, die, die, die. And there's kill number 2. You tend to find at this tier the games are over very, very, very quickly indeed. There's another one, Panzer II. Oh, here comes an M2 medium tank. Can we have him as well? Yeah, probably. Oh, actually, yeah. Having trouble penetrating him from the front. Not so much from the side and rear, though. Yeah, you missed. Haha. You think you're big and clever with your 37mm gun, do you? Chew on that, fatty. Right. Let's see. Yeah, put a few shots into him as well. Yeah, that'll do. And we're winning 8-1. Enemy tanks, where are they? They're all on the island. Okay. Well, we could drive down the road, but we don't have time for no stinking roads. Put a couple of long-range shots into him from here, but at that range, this autocannon doesn't have the penetration. Time to go off-roading. Oh, a T-82. And I'm going to give you external camera here, just so you can watch this. This is funny. Coming up. Doesn't really have a shot at that M2. There's only 3 enemy tanks left. There we go. Couple of shots. Oh, 5 kills. Hoorah. Now, watch this. Oh, there's the T-46, so we'll go get him. Watch this other Lux. It's the last enemy tank. He's on 46%, and this Lux is so determined to get the kill. Watch him. That's what you get for being greedy, boys. Great little game. Games in the Lux are always fun. And you know, very very well played. I hate leeches again in his Panzer II looks. Sadly, not enough to make the light tank shortlist. So we're going to round things off with the Elephant playing his Renault BS, his mighty Tier 2 French artillery. I must admit, I didn't even know what this thing was when I saw the replay sent in. I thought I was looking at a Tier 1 light tank or Tier 2 light tank replay. This is actually the French Tier 2 artillery. I had no idea what to expect. But it tends to be the case that low tier artillery like this is a lot of fun to play. And I'm thinking in particular tanks like the Su-26 because they're so accurate, they carry so much ammunition. The aiming time is much better than you get on higher tier artillery, and the reload is so quick. They're just a lot of fun to play, and this game is no exception. Of course, the drawback is they have absolutely pitiful range. Okay, his first shot missed that T2 medium tank. Second one doesn't though. That T2 light tank screaming by over there, that's a really good fun tank to play as well. So fast. Will you stay still, you little bugger? Oh, got him. A massive 57 damage. Ooh. But you know, 57 damage at this tier is half a tank's health. That's kill number 2 anyway. Can we make it 3? Oh yeah. You know, he's making this look easy. Oh, hello, Mr. Panzer II. Good. Oh, you lucky little German bastard. Splash damage, though. I think he only failed to damage. Oh, he misanticipated that one. He was counting on the Panzer II to keep reversing, and he, you know, zigged when he was expecting him to zag. Is he going to get lucky? Nah, he's disappeared. I'm not going to hit that T-18 while he's parked around the corner. Oh, there's that Panzer II again. Come on, have some. Have it. Kill number 5. I might have to get me one of these little things. Give it 100% crew. Trick it out with equipment that costs 100 times the price of the tank itself. You know, as you do. That T-46 is going to be a tough target to hit, unless he stops. Oh, and there's our T-57. And what exactly has he done in this game? Is he just AFKing his way through the tiers? Probably. Oh, T-15's in trouble there. Okay, you're going to have to be careful here. You don't want to accidentally hit the T-15. And he's going to die anyway, so yep, go for it. Missed. Reload. Oh, immobile T-46. Oh, you got to be kidding me. It missed. Oh, and he's returning fire. He's only managed to damage our tracks though. Second shot. Yeah. And unless he's got a repair kit, and he uses repair kits at tier 3. And there's Top Gun. I mean, I know some people do use repair kits at tier 2 and 3. But just think about it. Your tank barely costs 3,000 credit. I mean, the repair kit almost costs more than your tank. It can be a very, very expensive process using consumables at tanks this low level. Now, get a load of this. Look at this, and an M3 Stuart is a great little tier 3 tank. And what you're doing, you got around the side of him, and you reversed so that you could face hug artillery. Seriously, that was your plan, was it? That was your game-winning strategy. To go from a position where you had him cold to a position where you're parked in front of his gun. Oh dear. Yep, low tier games. Trust me, you don't just get the idiots in the high tier games. So, 7 kills, which is nice, and all they have left is their T-57. So, yeah, that's this game over. There we go, he's dead. 7 kills in the Renault BS. Not bad. Well played, the elephant. Well, there you go. That was today's crop of uploads. I certainly hope you enjoyed watching them as much as I did. And plenty more, thousands more where they came from. And I'll get another load up tomorrow and the day after and the day after. And however long it takes before I finally get through all the submissions and I'm ready to announce the winners and start giving away some gold. So, as always, take care on the battlefield and I'll catch you next time.